All right, so we have Shadow, who Rexon and James found for us. I just want to be quiet just for a moment because she's calling the cub. Can we hear that? Right. I'm not sure if any of you could hear that, but maybe we can see when she's moving her mouth. She's doing, look, a lion goes, ooh, ooh, but this is a more guttural sound. The impala have heard her. The impala are alarm calling and are busy figuring out that this leopard is here. Just before we got back, you got back to us, she covered up around where the kill is to keep the scent of the what I'm assuming is an impala, dead impala, from permeating, so that she can now rest comfortably. I actually thought for a while she was going to go off and fetch her cub, but if she's calling from here, there's a chance that the cub is close by. And now that I'm hearing those impala go more and more, I have a feeling that maybe rather than it being because of Shadow, it is probably because of her youngster. So we're going to hang tight here and see what happens. Can we hear the impala in the background? Not quite sure if you guys are picking that up or not. From my experience, if the cub was a little bit farther away from here, that contact call that she was making, she would make it and keep walking. But she's made it several times and now she's lying down. She could also just be tired from making her kill. The impala are still going in the background. You can see she's breathing quite heavily. She's obviously tired from the stalk, the hunt, the kill, a little bit of eating, and then pushing up all of the debris around the impala itself. So from the angle where we're sitting, the kill is a little bit difficult to see. I'm actually thinking what we might do is just reverse and come around. She's also facing the other way. Will also give us a chance just to scope around and see if her little one is on the way. So I think let's do that so long. Proudcat Mama, you're asking if Shadow will hoist a kill to protect it. Proudcat Mama, on a day like today, and she's cached it under a bush, I think she's gonna leave it under that bush for now. I think if anything comes to disturb her, say another leopard or a hyena, she'll put it up and hoist it in a tree then. But for now, I think she's pretty comfortable and pretty happy where she is. But it's all variable. It just depends on what works for her best. I know that James had a hyena sort of on its way in this general direction, but I'm not seeing it now. I know she's got a little bit of a stick in the way of her face, but we'll be able to see her, and then there you can see the kill on the left-hand side. So she's actually eaten a bit more than I had thought. So it looks like she's killed much earlier today than I had originally thought, eaten quite a bit, and then she's probably just satiated herself, and now she's decided she wants to call her youngster in to give her youngster a chance to eat some food as well. So viewers, this is my first time seeing Shadow. When I was shadowing with Tristan, we were tracking her quite a bit. But the morning that you all got to see her with her youngster in the tree on a kill, I was not out and about. I was busy learning the ropes of FC. So the other day was my first time seeing her youngster, and today is my very first time seeing her. She's beautiful. She's a little female. She's absolutely stunning. And she's tired. It's interesting, if her youngster was much younger than what she is now, she would have gone sort of directly to fetch her. Because the youngster is 10 months old and it's starting to reach that point where she's getting bigger and can start learning to do things on her own, not completely yet, but it's getting to that point, Shadow's not necessarily as apt to want to immediately go and get her youngster. Not that she doesn't care about her, but yeah. She's also going to get ready for, in the next, Shadow's youngster's 11 months old, I think we decided the other day, 10, 11 months old. So in the next half a year to a year, she's going to start going to East, Shadow's going to start going to estrus again and start mating again and be pregnant again with her new litter. Sorry, Curse, what was the question from Judy? Just one more time for me, please. Judy, you're asking, would the cub ignore the mom calling for a long time? It's a really interesting question. Everything's individually based on personality, but look, when mom's calling, the cub's going to know, the youngster's going to know that she has something for her in general. So I don't think that Shadow's youngster is ignoring. I do think that possibly she's a little bit farther off than where the call can be heard. That would be my guess. The impala have died down, so my second thought on the youngster maybe making its way here, and that's what the impala were calling about, was off. My first assumption was correct, where it had more to do with Shadow herself. I do know, Judy, that especially when they're a little bit younger than the 10 months, although the 10 months can still be a time that's a little bit trepidatious for them. If the mom leaves the little one somewhere and the little one gets curious and moves around too much, sometimes when the mom comes back and the little one's moved too far, the mom can't find it, and that happens sometimes, but it happens more usually with cubs that are slightly younger than the one we're dealing with now. She's got a very full belly. Alrighty, so James is still tripping about on his own 2 feet. So while we sit here and wait for either Shadow to start eating again, or maybe the youngster to come up, or maybe for her to go and fetch the youngster, we will link over to James and see what he has for us.
What we have